Hey, what's up, guys? So we're gonna do a dual commentary deck profile for
a deck I am just now seeing. I don't even know what this deck is.
But he'd talk about some of the things that maybe he sees that don't quite work in the deck. But I'm gonna give you guys this deck profile. It's a fun deck to play. It's not necessarily tier 1. It will have inconsistency issues. I've lost a few times with it. The times that I've lost with it are only when I draw like Miracle Fusion, Creature Swap, a D-Draw, and like a Reborn, and like 2 Mark of the Roses, because I always draw this card. I don't know why.
No, it's fine. Your opponent will always end up like doing something to cause one of their monsters to go to the graveyard, and then you Reborn it, and then you Creature Swap for their big card.
It could do that.
I already see a problem. Why are you running Diamond Dude over
Mally?
No, Defender.
Oh, no, okay. So what we do with Diamond Dude is we summon Diamond Dude, activate its effect, then Creature Swap it, and then we kill it, and then so they can't have that effect, and we get the advantage of Diamond Dude already.
Okay, I guess, okay. So let's get into it.
Okay, so we got Dark Harmed because I always have to play Dark Harmed. It's just like one of my rules. If I'm playing D-Heroes, I mean, to be honest, you can make it pretty easy. I mean, once you go for the Stratos, search out 1 card, you already have, at least 1 Dark. At least 1. And then, like...
Tour Guides?
Yeah, Tour Guides also, but also Mystic Tomato. Mystic Tomato is like the MVP of this deck. The only thing, if you open up with Stratos or Lone Fire, you automatically like win. Like you have such a good hand. Like you have the ability to like add, a card with Stratos obviously, and then Lone
Fire is basically only Spore Tomato though, and you probably won't go for Spore.
No, it's always go for Tomato in defense and in turn. It's so good. I love it. But yeah, it works really well. Next up, playing 2 Diamond Dude, not Defender, because again, it's just the creature swap for the quick advantage, and I'm not playing Excalibur in here because the extra deck room was a little bit tight, except for this should not even be in here. I can't really even make that anymore because I don't really play Dandy anymore. Next up, 2 Mally, because it works really well with this card over here, Birdman. Birdman plus Malicious equals Locomotion Argenics. Basically, you just normal summon Birdman and you special Mally. And you can make this card, and when this card is synchro summon, you take control of the face-up monster your opponent controls with the highest level. If it's a tie, you get to choose.
If it's an XYZ, you don't get anything.
That's true, because they don't have levels, which is kind of unfortunate.
It really is.
But, yeah, just... options are always good. And the card is pretty good if you can pull it off. Next up, playing Gores because there's no traps. Lone Fire because Lone Fire searches out this, and as well as it's another plant because it wouldn't really be plants without just the Lone Fire, right?
I don't run any Lone Fire ever.
Well, that's because now without Gloat Bulb, like it's not nearly as good.
I have triple cherries, thank you. That's all the level 1 tuners I need.
Next up, we're playing Triple Tomato because it adds consistency, and Tomato can also go into Diamond Dude, and then you get an effect. And again, creature swapping Diamond Dude was kind of the key. Also, what's a really nasty play, what I've been doing is you summon a Mystic Tomato, you creature swap it, and then you take their monster, you run over your tomato, and then you go Spirit Reaper attack you directly. It's just, it gets a quick advantage.
You do that as a nice double summon, so you can you can summon Tomato and Spirit Reaper at the same turn?
No. You creature swap, and then once you attack over your Mystic Tomato because they control it, and then once it goes to the grave, you get the effect.
Oh, that's right.
And then I get Spirit Reaper, and then from there, like, they go minus. Like the Gladiator Beast player that I played earlier today, he was kind of sad. He got Spirit Reapered, I think, 2 or 3 times.
How? Like, how would it... we'll talk about this later.
Okay.
We'll have that conversation later.
I actually had the video. What happened was I creature swapped his Laquari, and I attacked over my Mystic Tomato, and I did that. Then he summoned Equest, attacked into my Spirit Reaper, then he goes for Hoplommus in defense.
What?
And then, no, this gets better. Then I go Mark the Rose, take your Hoplommus, overlay from Symphony to Jin.
Why would you go Hoplommus in that? Oh my goodness.
No.
Like, it's Spirit Reaper seems like the worst card ever to have against Glad Beasts. So like, oh, I just get to keep tagging out? That's cool.
I know.
Like, but it's cool. He's apparently awful.
Okay, but this is the thing. If he went for Murmillo, he'd target Spirit Reaper's effect unless he wanted to War Chariot it.
I'd go for Laquari. He's only running 1 Laquari?
I don't know. Well, the thing was...
he's running Hoplommus. Clearly this player is awful.
I know. Hoplommus is only good if you go first, and only if they don't get over it, but everything always gets over it. Anyways, back to the deck profile.
I know.
So, we were at... Okay.
Sangan. Who cares about Sangan? It's Sangan.
Sangan searches out really good stuff. It searches out this card, and it searches out this card. This card gets this card. And what's really cool...
You could just search out Tomato, though.
Huh? No.
I know.
It deck defense, and it gets the plants in the grave for the Mark of the Rose even more alive. And then Triple Snowman, because it wouldn't be Hydro without 3... waters. Originally, there was Hydrogeddon, but Hydrogeddon didn't do any good because you had to have Lance, and like I didn't have enough room because of course I had to play Duel, I had to play the Tour Guides, Snowman Eater's just really good against Dino Rabbits. This is like literally like what makes Dino Rabbit sad. Like this card hurts him so much. And then same thing with Spirit Reaper. This automatically makes like your matchup against Down Rabbit so much easier. And Spirit Reaper is just good. And then again, Stomach Eater allows you to exceed, and I go for this a lot. Like when I tour guide, I usually tour guide, and I'll just go for this immediately because it puts the water in the grave and just works. Because you can get the D heroes in the grave, but getting that water sometimes can be hard. So Stomach Eater just helps out with that. Next up, 2 Reaper, because again, the tomato creature swap combo, I think it's fun, and it makes people sad. And then Spore, because it's Spore. Spore can become at level 5, which is pretty interesting. It's a little bit difficult to sync with the 5. Generally, I want to go for the Lone Fire. Like, I want to banish the Lone Fire, generally, because it can be level 4, and a lot of stuff is 4.
You have enough level 3s. I mean, a 5 and a 3 is a quick 8.
Yeah, but, like, I guess with Stomach Eater, that is a pretty good option. Although, usually Stomach Eater dies. But against Blackwings, too, guys, Stomach Eater very good against Blackwings, because if they always summon Shura, and then they'll take 100 damage, and then they lose Shura, or they can drop a Clue, and then lose Shura anyways.
I know.
Like, they don't have very many options against that. And then, of course, 2 Tour Guide, because it makes this card, and this card is really important. Also, this card's pretty good when you go for, like, your Miracle Fusions, and you banish this, you get it back, and then you get another effect.
But what about getting back Mally? Where's that DDR to get back Mally?
Yeah, you can't get back Mally, unfortunately, because he's level 6, and it's, like, 4 lower, yeah. But, yeah, that's pretty good. And then Tragodia, because it opens up, like, so many options this format, and I think this is a really key card this format, especially against, like, windups, because windups like to OTK, and if you drop Trag, they pretty much, like, they use all their sharks, and unless they have Avarice and you drop a Trag with 3,000 attack, they become very sad.
They become pretty sad.
And then we have triple creature swap, because it's really funny to creature swap Mr. Tomato and then get, like, a really easy advantage. As well as with Snowman Eater, because usually they'll attack into it, their monster will usually, if it's a Thunder King, like, usually destroy the Thunder King. But if they have any other monsters, you can just, like, creature swap it later on, depending on what they have, depending on what deck you're playing against. It's always good, because sometimes they'll just start setting, and then you could, like, creature swap, and then, like, go off from there, because you move Summon Eater to attack position, and then you activate creature swap, and then it's basically a free attack also. So we play Dark Hole because it's Dark Hole, and then 3D draw because it wouldn't be, like, the Destiny engine without it, and then Heavy Storm, double Mark the Rose because you have enough targets. I mean, basically as soon as you go for Lone Fire, or once you have one Mystic Tomato, like, you just go through all of them, and you just send them all to the grave really fast. And Mark the Rose is a pretty good card. Next up, Mind Control, 2 Miracle Fusion, 1 Reborn, 2 Duality, and Reinforcement of the Army. Reinforcement of the Army only has 3 targets, which are, Stratos plus this, but, like, having it just to be able to search out Stratos early on helps out. If you already went through all your targets, I mean, if you've already went through Stratos plus, at least 1 or 2 D draws, you should be set up to win the game. I don't know what you're doing at that point. Pretty much, you should be at a point where you should be able to, like, Miracle Fusion and, like, go for game. Because this deck can OTK really fast, I've noticed. It allows you to have the option to, especially when you already have Mally in the grave and they have, like, no back row and they have a strong monster. You can just steal their monster and then Miracle Fusion and then, like, you win. As far as the extra deck, the only thing I would recommend for you guys to make sure you make this card a lot because it's a water, and sometimes people just, once they get over it, you just Miracle Fusion, it's fine. And the same thing with this, like, you go for these a lot. Another important card is this because it allows you to make it pretty easy. You can play Excalibur too.
How do you make Photon Strike Bouncer?
The only way you really make it is if you have Mally and then you Reborn a level 6. I was originally also playing Caius, but I took it out. Also, Tragodia allows you to make it relatively easy because you just copy,
Mally?
Yeah, because there's a lot of blocking players.
But in order to have Mally on the field, you have to have removed your other Mally. So how do you copy for a 6?
No, what you do is you have Mally in your hand, and they have level 6, which is going to be Armored Wing, because I've done this against Blackwings a lot. You discard Mally to take their Armed Wing, and then you make Trag's level 6.
But no, then you don't need to anymore, because then you can just banish Mally, and then overlay with the Armor Master.
You could do that as well if you wanted to, but that does work. You could, but yeah, then you still have Trag. But depending on how many cards,
have Trag.
Depends how many cards you have in your hand.
But Trag
is pretty good. Yeah, the only important cards, well, let's just take out this because you can't make this anymore. So important cards. This card's good. This card came pretty clutch sometimes because, Spore's there.
It's so hard to make in that deck, though. You have to use Spore.
It's Spore or
and no,
or
you have
Stratos.
to use Spore and Stratos because doesn't it require an E-Hero?
Oh, yeah, it does require an E-Hero. So, pretty much, I just want it there because there's so many times where I was playing this deck a while ago, and I was like, he's got a whole bunch of monsters. If I could only make Great Tornado, I could get over this.
Great Tornado is such a good card.
I have everything forever, too. It's not until the end phase. But, yeah, okay, let's go over the important stuff. Make sure you play at least 2 of these, because, well, you only play 2 Miracle Fusion. I guess you could technically play 1 if you wanted to. Make this card.
Always make that card. Don't ever make Stardust Dragon. Stardust Dragon is awful.
Okay, so Yeah, make Ab Zero, and then make these a lot, and you can make this pretty much. This I would say this is.
Oh man, if you put Levier in the grave though, you've got another win target, so you can make a.
Yeah, that's true. I can make Great Tornado.
Great Tornado. There you go. There you go. Now I see a huge problem with this deck. Where is BLS?
Yeah, I know. There's not enough room. Where was I supposed to fit the Veilers? Because right now, I mean, Windups are gonna get a lot bigger, but before like last week, Dark Worlds were everywhere.
I'd say for windups you'd want Max C more than anything else.
Yeah,
because their entire OTK is like special something like 15 times.
Oh no, but they'll stop obviously Max C. What's actually pretty good is Battle Fader because they go pretty much all. They use all their sharks, they use all their magicians, and then like.
Yeah, but you have to at that point also have like Dark Hole or something because they have such a huge established field at that point.
Yeah, you have to, depending on what deck you're playing, because if you get at like an Ab Zero against what they've done, then yeah.
But then
depending on your deck.
Then my one other question is, I know every time you play D-draw, you always draw into another Mally. Have you ever considered not playing Mally and instead just playing like double Diamond Dude, double Defender?
No, triple Diamond Dude. In this deck, triple Diamond Dude, one Defender. That'd be like legit. I think about it.
Because like every time it's like, oh, D-draw with Mally? Okay, first card is going to be Mally. Like
Mally just loves me. Like he loves to be drawn into with D-draw. He doesn't like to be drawn with D-draw first turn and not another Mally.
Because I honestly don't consider Mally that good of a card.
Oh, in this deck, it works really well just because of like making this card is awesome.
Oh, I know. That card is so good. Remember, I put you onto that card.
Yeah,
but like
you played it in, what is it, like Frog?
Frog Monarchs, yeah, I played that in Frog Monarchs.
What's also really cool is Mally plus like just...
Spore?
Yeah, you just go Black Rose, and then from there, then you go Miracle Fusion, and then you can, do your damage with that. But keep in mind, guys, you cannot make Great Tornado with, like, the D-Heroes. It's only Absolute Zero you can use the D-Heroes plus the Water with.
Because you just have to use any hero monster.
Yeah, it's just any hero. Which is pretty awesome.
I know, that card's so good.
But anyways, this has been the deck profile for the Destiny Hydro Plants. It's a pretty fun deck again, guys. But yeah, any of the games that I've lost with it, like, it's literally because I've opened up so bad that, like, it wasn't playable. You'll have inconsistency issues with that. If you guys have any suggestions to make it more consistent, please let me know in the comment section below, because I want to play this deck a little bit more before I decide to play Dark Worlds permanently, because that deck is probably the best deck, I would say, this format, even though only top 1 out of, like, I don't know how many people were playing it, but like I really feel like if you activate Deck Devi against anything in the meta right now, you basically win. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. White Dragon, Pink Reaper, signing out.